Hey guys, I'm Scott Christophers. This is my YouTube channel. I work here with my Psyduck and my Digimon Patamon. Everything here has a theory or an answer. And one thing I've learned after doing this for about a week, you never know what's going to come through that comment section. Hey, I'm the Smart Friend and I am back with another theory, and this one has to do with everybody's new favorite heroine, Rey from Star Wars. I mean, I wouldn't exactly say I'm a Rey fanboy per se. This seems to be a better... Oh, that's nothing. That's just, we'll put that over. It's a question we've all been asking ourselves since Star Wars Episode 7 came out. Who are Rey's parents? Let's look at the most prominent theories. Luke Skywalker. A lot of people think that Rey might be Luke's daughter in that his lightsaber called out to her, and she had a Force vision in her dreams throughout her life of where she would one day find Luke, and then she does at the end of the film. Now, I don't know if this necessarily signifies a father-daughter relationship so much as just a relationship in the Force. I think that it's more likely that the two will be a Jedi Master and Padawan and that the two are destined to meet, but I don't really think that Luke would abandon his daughter on a desert planet because he grew up without his parents on a desert planet. Seems pretty out of character that he would put his own child in that situation. A lot of people also seem to think that maybe she's Kylo Ren's sister, in that Han Solo and Princess Leia would be her parents. But we see what the pain of losing one child does to Han and Leia. It drives a wedge between them, and Han goes back to his days as a space bandit, and Leia goes back to the battlefront. I don't really think that they would be able to stomach losing two children if that's what the pain of losing one did to them. I also don't think that they would abandon one child after one leaves, because that just seems so very out of character for the both of them. Not necessarily saying that Han was obviously always going to be a family man, but if he loves his son so dearly that he is willing to die for him in the end of the movie, why would he abandon his daughter? And then I see one less likely theory coming around, that is that she might be the daughter or a clone of ObiWan Kenobi. Well, we don't really have a whole lot of evidence to support either of those claims. There's not really a whole lot of cloning going on at this point that we've seen. Maybe I'll be proven wrong in the future. But I definitely don't think that she's Obi-Wan's daughter, and that Obi-Wan died in what we can assume was before she was born. And even if not, he was a very old man who lived the last 18 years of his life in solitude. So unless time just doesn't move very quickly on Jakku, and she grew very, very slowly, there's no real way that she's Obi-Wan's daughter. Well, let's look at the facts. She was called to by Luke's lightsaber. She has Force visions. She is proficient with the lightsaber, although she's never used one, and she can use the Force enough to resist Kylo Ren's mind control, and she can control a stormtrooper who sounds suspiciously like Daniel Craig. Well, here's the moment you've all been waiting for. Rey is the daughter of the Force. In The Phantom Menace, we see that Anakin was born through immaculate conception. There was no father, only a mother. He was put in her by the Force to bring balance to the Force. Well, at the end of Return of the Jedi, the Force is not balanced. We've got Luke training up the next generation of Jedi. Snoke is creating the First Order and trying to rebuild the Empire while the politicians drag their feet. So there's definitely not a whole lot of balance there. So it's safe to say that either Anakin failed or he succeeded and then Luke came and screwed it up. So I think that the Force created Rey to bring balance to the Force. Kind of making her Luke's aunt in a weird way. Anakin originally turned to the dark side because he had a lot of hate in his heart, and that stemmed from growing up as a slave. Maybe this time the Force didn't make that same mistake, and maybe they chose a more heroic person to give this child to for the Immaculate Conception. And I don't really know, so I'm going to go out on a limb here and say maybe Jyn Erso from Rogue One is Rey's mother. There may not be a whole lot of evidence to back that up, but it's definitely something to speculate. The subscribe button is over here. The comments are down here. I read all of them. I respond to all of them. So if you don't want to talk about this topic, maybe leave me a topic or a theory for my next video. And I will see you guys in a couple of days.